my lovelies. So in today's video, I really want to talk about the pros and cons of being transgender. I was really contemplating on making this video because when you think about it, there's honestly no cons to it. It's always a beautiful thing to be happy and comfortable with yourself. I don't feel like there's any cons to it, but every journey that you embark is gonna have its struggles along the way. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to make the best of it. So first I'm gonna start with the cons and it'll eventually lead me up to the pros. The first con I would definitely say would be the lack of acceptance and understanding of the trans community. That is definitely a big issue that we face, but I think the big problem with that is basically just the lack of education that a lot of people have towards the trans community. Nobody's born racist or nobody's born transphobic. I think it's all just taught. People are so quick to judge and not really take the time to do the research and to try to understand how we feel. So I think that's one issue with it also, is that some people just don't want to be helped. You know, some people just don't want to learn. They just want to continue to be ignorant, and no matter what you tell them, it's just they're always going to continue to be ignorant. So it's like some of them you really can't help, but honestly that's too bad for them, because I couldn't imagine being such a closed-minded person who at least doesn't take time to research the things that they don't understand. But to each his own. But at the end of the day, don't let anyone's negative opinion get to you. We're all human and we all bleed the same, so we should all be treated with respect, period. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Like, that's how it should be at all times. But you know, that's just the world we live in, sadly. The second con would definitely be the fear of getting clocked. And basically clocked means when you see a person and you're able to tell that they're trans. That's basically what getting clocked is. I'm pretty sure every trans person has been clocked at least once in their life. You guys cannot sit there and lie. During the beginning stages of my transition, I have been clocked a few times. Over the years, it has definitely been way better. I really don't get clocked at all. I've never been clocked before. I feel like the only time I've been clocked is if somebody actually knew me from social media and knew what I was about already and then told other people. I've experienced that. Okay, for example, let's just say I'm just taking a walk at a park or whatever. Okay. Say a guy is staring at me. That guy could probably be thinking, oh my god, she's so beautiful, I want to get to know her, you know, she's so gorgeous, you know, she's just so pretty, like. But in my head, I could be thinking like, oh my god, does he know? Oh my god, does he know me from social media? Like, you know, I just always have this conscience in the back of my head telling me like, oh my god, does he know? Does he know? Like, you know, just little things like that. And that's what I mean by the fear of getting clocked. Even if you don't really get clocked, I feel as though you still would have that little fear in the back of your head of like, oh my god, what if that person like knows or something like that. I feel like we all face that as trans people in the community. So another con would be losing people that you love, whether that's friends or family members. Thankfully, I'm blessed to have a very supportive family, because not a lot of people have supportive families, so I'm really grateful for that. But I have definitely lost a lot of friends. I've learned that being a girl can be very competitive. Like, it is honestly a very competitive world that we live in, especially for girls in high school. Like, that's like a big ass thing. It's just always a competition between girls. In the early stages of my transition, I had a lot of friends that I was really close with. But then I noticed when I started to get prettier, started to wear better clothes, started to have a better figure, and starting to get more attraction from men, is basically when it went all downhill. I was noticing people were switching up on me, and I always noticed that people were talking bad about me, and these are my close friends, mind you. One thing that I've learned is that a lot of people like you only because they don't see you as a threat. Only because they don't see you as competition. That's when people start hating on you, is when you start getting that attention and just flourishing. That's when people start to hate you the most. So that's definitely one thing that I've learned transitioning, especially in high school. So if you feel like the people around you aren't being very supportive of you, I would definitely say to just cut them off, cut all negative energy, and just focus on the people who really love and support you. Even though I have lost a lot of friends, I've definitely gained a lot of supportive people who really genuinely support me and love me, just like you guys, all my supporters. You guys are just amazing. I really appreciate you guys. I know I say that a lot, but I really mean that shit. Like, it's crazy. Like, I've gained so much support over the years, and I'm just so grateful for that, because not a lot of people have that, so I'm super grateful for that every day. Okay, now let's get into the pros. So the first pro I would say is finally being able to wear what you want to wear. Growing up, I've always been obsessed with girl clothes and makeup and just all the girly kind of things. So the fact that I'm finally able to express myself through that is an amazing feeling. Things like that just make me happy and overall a more confident and better person, because you're finally being able to match the inside with the outside. So it is definitely an amazing feeling to just be yourself and just be what you want to be and just to be confident. True happiness is the most important thing you can have in life. That's just how I feel. Growing up, I wasn't able to wear that kind of stuff, you know, not because people didn't allow me, but you know, it was usually shamed upon, not from my family members, but just what I would hear. All that kind of stuff was just shamed upon. So now that I'm able to be myself and wear what I want to wear, I have just more certain appreciation because it was something that I wasn't used to at the time. Okay, so a second pro would definitely be the HRT process. Those of you guys who do not know what HRT is, it basically stands for hormone replacement therapy. I'll leave links below of my HRT updates if you guys want to go check that out and get more information on that. My first time taking my HRT was definitely probably the best thing that has happened to me. It was just the most amazing moment. I've already been on HRT for about 2 years, so throughout the years just witnessing my changes both mentally and physically was definitely an amazing experience. So just seeing your body and your face just slowly transform into what was meant to be on the inside is an amazing feeling, and it definitely helps with dysphoria. So that is definitely a pro because it's just, thank you HRT. Y'all got y'all girls back. So my third pro would definitely be life perspectives. Being a woman has made me see life from a different perspective. The experiences that I go through as a woman has given me a certain type of appreciation for womanhood and the struggles that we face in society. When I transitioned, it was like an instant shift. Because at the time before my transition, I didn't really go through a lot when it comes to society because men have it easier than girls. But being a woman now, we definitely face a lot of issues such as, you know, sexism, being pressured to act or look a certain way. And we're also more prone to abuse both physically and verbally. And of course, there's also positive things about being a woman, but overall, a lot of us are just really underestimated. So my experiences with those issues have definitely given me a certain appreciation for womanhood and what it is to be a woman and what we face in society. And it's definitely changed my perspective and how I see life. So overall, I would definitely say transitioning has struggles. Just being yourself and just being happy is the most important thing that you can get out of life. So why focus on the negatives and just focus on the positive? F these people's opinions and whatever they think. At the end of the day, girl, you need to do you and focus on you and stop worrying about what these people are thinking. Because at the end of the day, they don't pay your bills. They don't put food in your fridge. Whether you're a man or a woman, we are all human at the end of the day, and we all deserve to be treated with respect. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. And comment down below what videos you guys would like to see next. And yeah, bye lovelies.